Hello everybody, my name is Kimbucker101, and I'm your host for the first ever Late Night Discussions podcast. I'm joined with Wonder, your boy John, Gabe, and Rocco. So, how is everyone's night so far?
It's going pretty good.
Good. So,
Good.
Our first topic of the night, I should say, is gonna be, what do you think of T-Series overtaking PewDiePie? When I wrote that topic down, T-Series was projected to overtake PewDiePie,
well,
but like...
what are they at like right now?
That didn't...
They're 1,000 away. Or
Yeah,
not
they're
1,000,
about-
100,000. Or no.
Yeah, they're about 100,000 away.
I checked right before, and they're like 100,000 away, I think it was.
That's
Well, I
literally
mean,
what we said, but
I
okay.
think we can all see that this is, like a big. This is
This-
probably them just
Because PewDiePie's been in the
like
lead for
buying
so
out
long.
subscribers and all that. I mean,
There's no way. Because T-Series gained like 9,000 subscribers in 1 second.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't...
And that's impossible, especially for something like them, where they
Like,
were
even the
basically
entire
unknown before
population of
they
India
started overtaking
cannot do
PewDiePie
that.
or whatever.
Yeah.
They have to have bots. And I really do not want them to win at all, mainly because once they do overtake, or if they do, I should say, it's not going to be about, like, solo creators making a living off. It's just going to show big corporations, like, hey, this is just another source for us to make money. And
Yeah.
it's just going to ruin the site pretty much.
But the thing is that big corporations have already been doing that already, because if you just go
that
look
none
at
of
the
them
trending
have-
page of
Well, yeah, that's
Just
the
that none of
thing.
them have gotten to the place where T-Series is, where I'm pretty sure, as I said,
They're gonna
physically
see it,
buying
they're
out
gonna try
subscribers.
hard. Like, right now, their main source is still television, but they can make YouTube one of their primary sources,
yeah, and it's also
which
that,
is a scary thought.
it's also that because YouTube is looking at all these like back then YouTube was for open creators, but I personally believe they aren't really, because now they're just chasing the money. That's
YouTube,
Even the personal
that-
creators, I think, are more towards the money. Like, they're not nearly as creative anymore.
that
like, most of, like,
depends
the
on
younger
who you're
channels.
talking about.
Like, I
Alright,
think younger
if
channels
I can say something,
are
how
more
YouTube...
creative. Like,
Yeah,
channels,
how
like,
YouTube-
say
okay.
PewDiePie. I'm not
Okay,
really a big
okay.
fan of him. But he is, like, kind of the person who's standing up against T-Series. That's
Yeah,
just
he's
because
the only
And
one that
Mr.
really
Beast,
can.
don't forget Mr. Beast.
Him and
he
Mr. Beast,
also-
yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Beast.
Mr.
Yeah.
Beast. But,
AM.
Well, if you get wait, let me say something really quick. Is that
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Don't
they're
worry.
also using this whole entire thing with PewDiePie as like a marketing scheme in a way, because
Uh-huh.
just think about all the publicity that they're getting
Yeah,
doing all this.
any publicity is good publicity. Good publicity.
Well,
Yeah.
evidently not according to YouTube, because remember when PewDiePie did some
Said the N-word.
yeah, said the N-word.
He's gonna do it. He said the N-word.
Oh my god.
back to what we were saying. See, I think that younger channels, like Mr. Beast, he's a pretty young channel. Yeah, he has a lot of subscribers.
Our
But younger
channel-
channels are way more creative than like the older channels out there.
Uh-huh.
Because
The older channels are running out of ideas because they've
they're
been on the
running out of
site for so
ideas,
long.
yeah. And also, they're just like, we're at this point where we have so many subscribers that we can
We
kind
don't
of
really
just do
have
whatever we want and get views. That's basically PewDiePie right now.
Yeah.
That's why
Like, he's just doing, like, he's just a reaction channel at this point to, like, meme compilations.
Yeah.
Although
so
he
I
does
think-
he does do gaming stuff very rarely. Like he's been doing like that amnesia thing
Uh-huh.
where he.
But at the same
he plays
time,
Amnesia.
when people want change, but
And-
also they get mad when change happens.
Uh-huh. But see, here's the thing. Here's the beef I have with T-Series. There's no way they're gaining this much subscribers since their entire channel is in the Indian language.
Yeah, that is.
Well,
There's no way
but
they
then
can.
again,
You guys-
India does have 1.1 billion people.
The thing you have to really realize that YouTube could shut him down at any point. They're just not doing it because they have a chance of taking over PewDiePie.
And
that's
T-Series
probably
owns-
exactly what they want.
T-Series gives them money.
Exactly.
Excuse
Make
me,
YouTube
gamers.
Yeah, John.
Okay,
It's
thank
just like,
you.
it's
Now
like
that
the Logan Paul
Oh!
call back in the day.
okay, so how you this is what I've been trying to say for like an hour now. How YouTube's algorithm works is they favor people pumping out videos that are over 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm
The
saying.
more videos gets out, the more they're going to get on the trending pages, or not the trending pages, but like recommended. The more they get on recommended, the more people are gonna click
T-Series
on it.
uploads 15 videos
Yeah.
a day. 15
They
videos.
actually
Yes.
upload 15
Yes.
videos?
15
Well,
to
not
10 to
15.
15. 10 to 15
Yeah,
videos a day.
Just about. And the thing is, they're kind of doing it. They're not really hard to do. They're just parody.
They add a couple of
Things
little
and-
filters on unedited clips, and somehow people find enjoyment out of that.
Let's be
I
honest,
don't even
nobody
think
really
people
finds
do. I
enjoyment
think
out
it's
of them. They probably like
mostly
pay-per-views
bots.
too.
They definitely do not earn all their subscribers. It's probably a whole
No, then
bunch
you
of
really have to
bots.
think about it. Where the hell are they getting all the money to actually get all the subscribers?
They
Because
came
they're
out of
not
nowhere.
They don't
I know,
get-
but what the heck do they do over there that gives them that much money?
they're a music
Because
company.
you don't see like other companies here in America doing that, even though they could.
But see,
What
here's the
about,
thing.
the
They
late night
came out
shows
of
or something?
nowhere.
What do you mean the late night show?
The world's unfunniest man, Jimmy Fallon, guys.
A lot
Hey,
of people watch
all-
the videos.
All
You can go through the
40-year-old
freaking,
moms
Hello, Lord
beg
and
to
Savior.
differ about that statement.
Or good ethical morning.
I will if any 40-year-old moms come after me, I'll become Doom Guy.
Basically, when just, like with Jimmy Fallon and stuff, you don't see them doing that because they have like what 10 million subscribers, and
Well,
they're pretty.
Jimmy
famous
Fallon
too.
mainly just uploads clips. It's not like he's trying to like.
And it's not even him.
Overtake
Like they're
the
just
site.
uploading clips from each like night on his show, and you have to
Yeah,
watch the
it's
show.
not
on
even the
TV.
whole.
You can't even
Mhm.
find the full episodes
Uh-huh.
on YouTube. So it's
So
obviously
it's not like
just-
Jimmy's doing anything bad.
Yeah, and then you have to go look at this company, and you have to consider like if this goes against the law, you know?
I actually don't think it goes against the law that much.
What
Yeah.
are we talking about? Wait, what
Yeah,
doesn't
I mean,
go against-
Bigger corporations like
Bigger corporations
What do
don't
they
go
actually? What
against
does
the
T-Series
law.
actually sell? Like what do they do?
They
over there in
don't
India?
sell
They don't
anything.
sell
They make
anything.
videos.
Then where the
they're
hell are they getting all the money to buy the subscribers?
They're a music
They're a
company,
company.
Gershom.
they're a
Ad
music
revenue.
outlet.
They get revenue from licensings on radios.
Yeah.
Then
But also, like, I actually just had a brain fart. Never mind.
They also get,
By the way, for our 5 fans to clear up what Gabe
Our
said,
5 viewers.
they don't add 15 to 10 videos a day. They upload like 2 to 3.
that's
Well, then
still
I
more
just
than
got-
PewDiePie, even though PewDiePie does upload once a day.
PewDiePie uploads frequently, but nowhere even close to T-Series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Another reason
I do
what-
kind of like PewDiePie's new content, to be honest.
Yeah, it's
It's
kinda
alright.
interesting. I mean, another thing that points to them having bots is they have 72,776,089
And they got these
subscribers.
in the
And
span
yet they
of
have
5
like
months.
and yet they have 2.3 million views per video. So like it
But,
doesn't really add
but
up.
PewDiePie made 3 million subs in 1 month. Like,
I mean, you do have a point there.
I mean,
But, I mean,
Yeah, but that's in 3
Yeah.
months.
That's in 3 months. They're up in the
9,000 in a second.
yeah.
They're up in the billions over the past couple. How many months?
Oh no, they're not
Maybe
even
1
close
month.
to billion.
Or not millions. Sorry, they're in the double digits for millions.
The thing about PewDiePie is that he uploads funny stuff. You can see how he gets his subscribers. You can
T-Series
actually
is
see it.
just primarily in Indian. There might be a
Nobody
couple
heard about them
translated
until
videos.
somebody mentioned the fact that they're extremely close to PewDiePie. That's the only
Yeah,
reason anybody
they
knows about it.
they got discovered when someone was like, "Oh, let me check the most popular channels or most subscribed channels." Boom! T-Series came out of literally nowhere.
Yeah, well, like, what the heck? But
Yeah.
you also gotta realize it also kind of plays into the fact that
Wait, how many views do they get per video?
Is India, like Indian? I should say.
T-Series is made up, I think, of separate sources all around India sending in videos
Yeah,
for
pretty much. And like in India, the algorithm recommends like Indian content to Indian YouTube users, and India has like 1.5 billion people in it. So like,
Their views are kind of weird.
That's something going for them. It's a statewide phenomenon, or not phenomenon, but it's a statewide channel where they could easily make money.
When you go into the YouTube page, a lot of their videos have like 100K, and then you have like an occasional video with like 13 million, and then it just goes back down to like a couple 100K.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Like if you go before, wait, hold up, guys. If you go like a week ago, yeah.
About a week ago.
About a week ago.
A lot of the videos just 100K, and then there's just like one video every couple weeks that just has a couple million views.
It's very strange indeed.
3 weeks ago, they had a 13 million view video, and then we go up and we see a 13 million view video posted 1 day ago.
Wait a second. I just heard someone.
It was Jonathan.
No, it wasn't. Sorry, it was my.
Time
it
to
was my
restart the
son, Xavier.
podcast.
You go 1 month
Don't
back,
worry,
and they have.
Don't worry.
Wait.
Yeah.
What the?
I'll tell him to shut up. Shut up, Xavier.
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 Who's
Got a problem?
Xavier?
She's my child.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
what? She?
Wait a second.
I said.
Guys, a month ago, they were literally like at 100K, maybe 99K. Below 99K for some videos. And then there's just the random. What the hell?
I don't know. I mean, I may be a little opinionated, because in my opinion, PewDiePie, he's like a hard-working character, and everyone knows he's had a couple slip-ups in the past, but I mean,
we should probably say that we are all biased because, like...
We are all biased here because
we are literally making a YouTube video, and we're all independent creators.
But at the same time, I still don't think, even then, some big companies, or, I don't know, celebrities might not agree with not necessarily agree with what T-Series is doing, but...
Like, even if he
just
does overtake PewDiePie, it doesn't mean the worst case scenario. Some big companies might actually try to do something good with it.
If you guys are ready to, subject, I actually do have
meaning a couple million people going up against one guy. And he's still winning.
Okay. Well, trying to branch off to another topic here. Worst case scenario, Article 13. Now, I know you guys probably don't know about it, 4 or 5 fans.
Oh, I know a lot about Article 13.
I know a little bit.
Well, see,
it's here and
I don't know what that
well, then I'll fill you guys in. So, Article 13 basically says if I even mention PewDiePie's name, or I say, hey, kind of like that guy Pewdiepie, or anything like that, I can get copyrighted and my video will get taken down before it even gets uploaded.
This is only in the UK.
No.
Wait,
no, is it
the UK?
worldwide?
No, it's in the EU, which
EU. I'm sorry.
European Union. But here is the thing, though.
I think someone needs to take
Andrew,
a
please.
geography lesson.
No,
yeah,
I'm just tired.
trust me,
I have a busy
I'd
day.
be there next to him. But anyways, so the thing is, though, that not only does EU take up like almost half of YouTube's watch time, but they're not going to build a whole nother system just for that. They're going to build the same system throughout.
Did
You guys realize
half
that, right?
of YouTube's watch time? Do you mean?
No, I said half of YouTube's like people who watch it. Viewers. Almost. I didn't say. Well, anyways, they're not going to make 2 systems, one for the European Union and one for everyone else. They're going to make one system that abides by all the European Union's laws.
Well, or alternatively, and YouTube did say this in a blog post. They'll just start banning users.
Yeah.
Oh, and blocking videos. Blocking videos for specifically people in the EU.
I mean,
Where's the EU again?
European Union and Rocco.
The EU is basically it was formed after World War II and the Cold War, It's basically all the European nations. Well, not. Is it all of them? I'm pretty sure it is all of them.
I believe so.
Because, well, then
See,
again,
keep in mind, some creators are protected by Brexit.
yeah, true. Because Britain is exiting. Hopefully exiting. Because
Hopefully
the EU
exiting.
is actually just pretty much a corrupt union.
It is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But yeah, Article 13 is actually like
Yeah,
it's basically like
A
the net
very
neutrality.
tremendous. It could. Speaking of net neutrality, you guys remember when that was a big thing?
Yeah.
Nothing.
It's here now, and
The thing has passed. Nothing has changed.
Well,
Yeah.
actually,
That's
That's the
because
scary thing. I mean,
it
I'm gonna
wasn't
segue into
that
something
big of a
like
deal.
this is a conversation.
We were all petrified of it.
Yeah. And then nothing happened. But I'm just gonna try to segue
well,
into like
actually, one
a
thing
less
did happen
political-
since it did pass, and that was our internet speeds, as in general, just shot up. Because I don't know what happened, but like we used to have like 12th fastest internet in the world, and now we're at like 5 maybe. Don't quote me on that because I don't have.
But
it's
what I'm trying to
quoting
segue into
Andrew
is
on
that
that.
don't quote Andrew on that.
I'm trying to segue into like a less political conversation here.
Mm-hmm.
But
Why?
And politics is our bread and butter.
Oh wait, I got an idea.
Hmm.
What about reverse racism?
Reverse racism.
Reverse
No,
racism.
Let me hear me out.
Okay, Rocco, I think I know what you're talking about. Would you like me to take this away?
No, I got
just
I got
let
this
just
here.
let
I got
Rocco
this
I
here.
might have a little idea. But continue.
Okay, just let Rocco
So-
explain it.
Imagine, okay, has this ever happened to you? I'm just gonna be in a really like over dramatic thing just to make it just a base to get
Okay,
just
so
to get the point
basically,
across. So basically, say okay, you're around some black
Would you
people
like me to
and
explain
they're
this?
basically like, you know how like whenever like a white person just slips up like the slightest but like, man,
Yeah.
my favorite color is black or something. And then you're like, you know what, you racist son of a gun. And then they just kind of like go off on you, or like, or you do something they don't agree with, they just call you racist.
So
yes,
like,
but that goes both ways.
That goes for
this
both
Oh,
really
yeah,
only
I know.
applies to
But-
like
so you
extremists
mean
and stuff.
racism?
Because normal
Is
people
that
just
what
say
you
this kind of stuff as like a
So
joke.
racial extremist.
Like, if I
So,
were
like,
calling you a
people, like,
freaking
the-
racist, that would be a joke, Rocco, because you know me. But if it's like an extremist, then yeah, I know.
But like, no, just say, okay, say you cut.
Rocco, would you like me to explain this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let
I'm
let
trying to
Rocco
explain it
John
because I know this is
explain.
going on YouTube. I'm trying to explain
Okay.
it so I don't get called racist.
So- Okay, guys, I'm not racist. I'm just gonna help Rocco. For our 5 viewers, I swear I'm not racist, guys.
You know,
I need to-
For my
we
5
are all
Indian
not
viewers.
racist.
Okay,
Probably
so
subscribe
anyways,
to the series.
We're
So-
actually, in fact, we're so not racist. Next weekend,
So-
we're all gonna
Yeah,
go to
Jonathan
the
is
Cancer
actually
Board and
black.
punch
Okay,
the
guys.
skinheads.
okay, guys. So what he's trying to say is just racism as a whole is kind of gotten out of control because if racism is just everywhere now. You like say, "Oh, my favorite color is black," and one person could be like, "Oh, wow, racist." You're not. And if you say the exact same thing, but the opposite way around to a black person, they can be like, "Oh, that is racist." In our day and age, people are just so sensitive that anything could set them off.
Everything is
and
so culturally insensitive that
Indeed.
it's annoying.
And then you have those people who are like, "Hey, my ancestors went through that." I mean, like, yeah,
I am
that's bad.
21%
Yeah, I
black.
see. Like, bro, that's your ancestors, not you.
I mean,
Exactly.
but I don't really know why they have to. That. I really know that why they have to.
Wow,
Like,
don't say that. That offends me. My
Think
ancestors.
about, can I say
That was
something?
your ancestors,
Oh,
not.
let Gertrude
Who's your
say something.
ancestors?
Yes. Wonder.
One.
yeah, let wonder speak.
Thing about nowadays is that I feel like a lot of people say like racism is still a big problem, but really the only reason it's, a
really
big problem
not.
is
It's because of
extremists making it a big
extremists.
problem.
Yeah.
Hey,
Because
you know
a
what?
lot of, like, a
You
lot
know
of
what?
rappers and stuff like that. Not all rappers, but like a lot of, like people who just have like a lot of people like as like their fan base. They could just go out and say, you know what? I don't really like this person very much, so I'm just gonna call them racist, and it's gonna
And it's
destroy
not,
their
no,
career.
Rocco, it's not like that. It's just that I feel like certain rappers and stuff, like not specifically rappers, but hip-hop artists and stuff that do that kind of music that is sometimes racially charged.
So one of my friends that I know.
Can I
you
finish
all
saying
know
what
him.
I'm trying to say, Jonathan, please?
Okay.
I haven't even freaking finished. You keep
Okay,
talking.
oh my Gershom, I am so
Alright, what I'm trying
sorry.
to say is that I feel
So
like a
he's
lot
not
of these
the only
people
one
that
since
make
it
a
is.
lot of racially charged music sometimes, and when they get a lot of, like, when people actually start, listening to their music, they start agreeing, it's like, I don't know, I feel like they start making out racism to be a bigger problem than what it is.
Than what it really
actually
It really is not that bad.
It's
And
not.
You don't
may-
just
may
go
I
on
say
Wait a
something?
second.
and see.
Are you
here's
playing
someone get called that.
Undertale, Rocco?
Anyway, guys,
Uh-oh.
and there's also
So-
those people who are gonna they're trying to ban hate speech, and
Oh.
here's a quote from a
But most
famous
of them
guy.
perform hate speech themselves
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but
without even knowing.
here's a quote from one of our founding fathers of America. They said, I do not agree with what you have to say, but I'll fight for your right to say that." And personally, I like, that's what I'm gonna do. Sure, I don't agree with you saying hate speech and all that, but I'm gonna fight for your right to say it because it is protected under freedom
But there is
of speech.
There is a fine line, though. You have to. I know
There's
you
a
disagree
silver
with me on this,
lining
but
to
there's a
everything.
fine line that you really
there's,
can't
there is a
cross.
line between like harassment and
Uh-huh.
like
Hate speech.
just saying like something very offensive just to be offensive.
Like, the thing is, most of the times, people, it's not even actually offensive. People
They just
just
take
they're
it the
so,
wrong
like,
way and make it a
sensitive.
big deal.
like they act so sensitive. Like, they're really not sensitive.
That's going back to the topic. People are just so sensitive in this day and age.
And
But
that
they're
also
really
goes
not.
back to
Like, if you
Pewdiepie
actually
when
It's
he
not
said
just
the N-word.
It's
Like,
not
if you
just
step back
race.
and look, most of them will just say that to get freebies.
Oh, well, yeah, that too.
And it's not just racism, it's gender equality.
Like,
And
and I'm not
Gender
even
equality is
for
big.
certain
Can I say
race
something?
or
Gender
gender or whatever.
gender equality
because
is literally
every
just
gender
this
and race
amalgamation
does it.
of just
White people do
pure
it,
crap
black
that
people
people
do
have
it,
just brought up because they
Asians
want
do
more
it.
power.
Everybody does it. And I swear I'm
See,
not racist.
what
I'm just
I don't
saying
like-
that.
Guys,
Alright, guys,
guys,
one person at a
guys, we're all talking over each other, and I somehow doubt that the audience at home could make out
the
this video at this
5 viewers at home.
Okay, so gamers, about gender equality, what really grinds my gears, I guess, not about gamers, is basically people,
I passed
women,
the YouTube
or
test.
people in general will say, hey, this is not gender equality because I didn't get the job, even though they just don't have the right qualification they're looking for, or just, wow, you're really
Can I
gonna, like,
interject?
no. Or just like,
I tried
wow, you're
saying
gonna
something
treat
like
me
5
Hey,
minutes ago, and you cut me
Wonder,
off.
Wonder. Let Jonathan finish his statement, then I'll be
All right.
Yeah, jeez. So, anyways, as I was trying to say, okay, thanks, Wonder. So people, women are just like, wow, you're not gonna hire me because I'm a girl, even though they didn't have the right qualifications. Or, wow, you're
There's
not gonna do
no
this.
such thing as
Because-
gender inequality. We all
Yes.
have the same
See?
life.
I mean, sometimes, yes, women
to
do get
correct you
treated
on that
differently,
statement,
but
there
like,
is such thing as gender inequality, but
Yeah.
at this point in time, there is no gender inequality.
Exactly. I know it's
I mean-
a thing, but in America there is
yeah.
not.
Yeah,
Sometimes-
but
We're
in
not
other
at the point.
places, there is obviously gender
Yeah.
inequality.
I mean,
Uh-huh.
sometimes,
We're speaking about America mainly
Yeah.
right now.
yeah,
The funny thing is that
sometimes,
most of the people that complain about it come from America, and they have no
Mhm.
freaking rights.
yeah,
And
sometimes
they complain
women,
about, females being paid less, but you can clearly
that's the
see
thing.
actresses like Jennifer Lawrence are being paid more than some other people, and you know why? Because she's been in bigger movies. That's why.
yeah,
See, that's the
exactly.
thing with us
They
Americans.
compare
We act like we're
a hot dog
so-
stand to like freaking Wendy's, and they're like, oh, we're both companies selling food.
Like
Why aren't we
they
getting
compare
paid?
Robert Downey Jr. to freaking Jennifer Lawrence and expect it to be the same exact kind of deal.
Yeah,
Freaking
it
Robert
just
Downey Jr. has been
doesn't work like that.
You know, guys, if I'm being honest, Wendy's is mediocre at best.
And now I want to
Yeah.
segue it into I want to say something. I want to segue from a less political kind of conversation because we've been doing the political stuff for a while, and segue it into my own personal fear, just my own sub point. That I kind of want you guys to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the net neutrality thing, I'm bringing this back because I wanted to say it then, but then Jonathan cut me off. Basically,
Slide that in there.
like, we were all so worried about it happening, right?
Uh-huh.
But nothing happened. You know,
This
literally
could go back
nothing
to
happened.
T-Series,
And
too.
it's a good thing that nothing happened, nothing too big happened. But then you really have to consider the fact that what if something good is gonna happen, something that could change the world, but it just doesn't affect anybody? Because of the way society is how it's like developed, society is really just, they don't want change, you know?
Like, we live in a society.
We
Yeah.
live in a society that
What
does
was
not want
it?
change. But,
Basically,
yeah,
we're on net neutrality. Like
that's not
we
what I'm
were-
talking about.
We were more worried about the implications. Like
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that since the early 2000s, nothing's really changed besides like some cars here and there and like iPhones. 'Cause, like,
True.
and society is just kind of downgrading for the worst. And I don't really know.
Sorry, I accidentally closed out the app.
You
You
know,
guys even
extremist
noticed I was gone.
stuff, but when good stuff, like better, more enhanced technological improvements, nothing's really happened because everybody's focusing their money on movies. Things that we really shouldn't
I
be focusing
don't know where we are, but yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'm worried that we're going to be stuck in the same exact position society has been stuck in for the past 10 or so years for the rest of who knows how long, you know?
But like
You do have a point.
I missed a
but,
lot of context because I accidentally left.
we're in what some would call an era.
No way.
Like
I mean, you can see it. You can see the change that happened from like the 60s to the 70s, how much
Uh-huh.
change there was.
yeah,
And then you go
And
from
from the
2008
70s to the 80s.
2008
as well.
to 2018, and there's just practically no change.
well, you
Mhm.
see, there is no change because like we are kind of comfortable. But the last time we did have a major time change was September 11th, 2001.
That's when the government really cracking down and spying.
Yeah, I mean that was
And they're
probably,
keep us safe.
that was
Which I do not
probably
doubt
the
that they
last-
probably are, but at the same time, it's worrying.
For me, I'd rather be free than safe because them Patriot Acts, let me tell you, guaranteed
Uh-huh.
they're watching all of us.
Oh, without a doubt.
And there's what do you call them smart homes like the Amazon Alexa and Google Home. They're always on.
Yeah, they're
They-
always on and listening. I have one, and we'll just be I'll be talking to my family at random, and all of a sudden she'll interject saying, "Sorry, can you repeat that?" or whatever. It's constantly listening. It'll send things to my my mother's phone. Like my mom will be like, "Oh hey."
Oh wait, no! Can I interject real quick before I forget? Like, now you're bringing this up, Gabe. You made
Yep.
me freaking remember. You god. I was watching this video this one time. This guy made on YouTube, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to find it, but like,
Go on.
Did you forget Gershom?
no, I'm searching it up so I could try and like, you know.
You just blow his cover.
It doesn't matter. You can call me Gershon, whatever. I don't care. What I'm trying to say is that in this video, the guy basically is trying to prove this theory where if you talk about something like an object you want in front of your computer,
creepy.
it's gonna show
Uh-huh.
up in
My
the ads page.
Yeah, my mom, because
Every
you know
single
how the
time
Echo
he did
Dot.
it worked. Every single
You know-
freaking time.
You know how the Alexa Dot is licensed by Amazon?
Yeah.
It's an Amazon product. So
Yeah.
my mom was talking about, oh hey, I keep forgetting to feed the dog, and or I can't remember if I fed the dog or not. So then she goes onto Amazon, recommends a dog feeder reminder that you could stick on your fridge with these little notches to be like, oh hey, I fed the dog today.
Yeah.
And then
Dog
she's like,
food.
okay, that's creepy. She goes onto Facebook. There's the same exact product with the same exact ad right there. it links up to multiple sites.
That's scary, but for the guy that I was watching, they weren't even Amazon products. They were just ads regarding what he was talking about. And when he was,
that's why I turned off what was it, Cortana for Windows?
and when he was talking about,
is Cortana's Xbox, right?
what he was talking about was stuff that he had never searched up before, like maybe kids' toys or something. And he doesn't even have kids, so he would never have searched that up beforehand, right?
Unless he's a
So
unless he's 6'9".
Like he has thought about it, he talked about it. It was like camera, and then he went on his computer, went on like a random website, and it was there. This freaking kids toy. And it's the weirdest thing in the freaking world because he did it like 5-6 times, made 2 videos, and every single time it worked.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find the video so I could like.
Yeah, that's technology.
Yeah, that's just the as technology advances.
As technology advances, privacy deteriorates.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I personally believe that everyone should have privacy, and that's why I'm kind of big in cybersecurity.
It's actually like it relates a lot to what we're talking about.
All right, go ahead.
That's why I'm kind of like big in cybersecurity. Like, not really big, but I know how to like protect myself on the internet, like be private.
Yeah, just activate incognito mode. You'll be okay.
Yeah, totally, guys.
I'm trying to go inside to see if I get ads for anything.
So trying to segue off. So
yeah,
this one guy, his name is Gershom, no relation.
Yeah,
so we were on the bus and he was like, I don't know how he got into this conversation, and I might have modified the question. I can't really remember. He was like, if you could live forever or die at the age of 20, which one would it be? And by the way, to clear up some stuff, you can never die. Bullets, nothing. You could try and kill yourself, but you wouldn't be able to. You'd be immortal.
Not even from...
No, not from old age. Any way you could die, you don't die. You're immortal.
Well...
Or you would die at the age of 20.
I'd rather die at the age of 20.
I'd rather die at the age of 20, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not worth seeing everything around you change, probably for the worse.
See, what I was thinking is, like, how many times am I gonna watch my kids live and then die before I start to go crazy? Everyone around me will just...
Everyone I know will just die.
Also, there's also the fact that, like, what if you never become successful? What if you're just a bum? Or even worse,
if you're that's kind of dumb, because if you're a bum and you can live forever, then you're just freaking like dumb. Because I mean, you have a lot of time to just go and do something.
Or
and then,
like
you have
the time to put in work.
Yeah.
Put in work. But
if I were immortal,
if you're just, like, generally
if I were literally immortal, I would.
And you can't like move away from it.
I'm not gonna lie. If I were immortal, I'd just become a freaking like superhero or something. Because if I can't die, then let's just go full on.
Well,
you can do anything with no punishment.
By the rules of this little question, it kind of segues into one of my biggest fears, which is just loneliness. No, loneliness, because like I said, you cannot die. So what happens when the world ends? You're just in a black void. There's nothingness around.
Well, it depends.
You're thinking about it like when the world ends, there aren't going to be any technological improvements that are going to get us out of this world. Before.
When the world ends,
Jonathan,
there will be nothing.
It depends on how the world ends.
I mean, the world will end because of the sun, because the sun's gonna one day expand.
The sun's going to explode, and there's going to be nothing but you.
Yeah, but that's going to be a billion years from now. I want you to know that we're going to Mars in the next couple.
Yeah,
but the next maybe.
But also, guys,
space travel is a very possible thing.
But
Kim Barker wants to say something.
Yeah.
The thing is that if the world does end and you'll be drifting out in space. Even though you can't die, the rules of space still apply, and you'll just be frozen in place, drifting off into space, leaving nothing but your thoughts. The only thing you could save yourself is to just stop thinking.
Yeah, but how do you do that? Like, that'd be so scary. Can you just imagine sitting there in solitaire for
What I would do is that by
millenniums,
that time, I'm
just
like,
only
a
yourself?
billion years from now, let's be honest, we're probably gonna have colonies in a lot of our solar system.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
So, I'd probably, like, and I can't imagine, like,
not if
the...
we destroy ourselves first, because global
Mhm.
warming and climate change.
So, Gershon, you wouldn't mind watching everything come and go as it pleases?
Yeah.
What I'm just saying is that there's ways to move around it. There isn't just... If I were immortal, I would use
Well,
my
I mean-
time to save people.
Here's the thing, though. There's no way around death. It'll always be there.
Uh-huh.
And I'm talking about the rules say it only applies to you. No one else around you will have that power or even be able to manufacture it. It'll only be you.
See,
You'll always be there, and everyone else just won't.
I take my philosophy on death from the.
Honestly,
from a few
if I were
Japanese-
immortal, at some point, I'd just be like, I'm not having any more kids, not having any more wives, I'm just gonna focus all my time on the betterment of the world, you know?
Okay.
Keeping,
Okay, just
the,
cut me
like,
off.
the idea of human beings alive for as long as I possibly can.
But still, Gershom, you make... Okay, sorry, Andrew, go ahead.
My philosophy on death is kind of just like, basically, I took it from the Japanese philosophy on death. Death isn't the end of life, just a part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, guys, can I please intervene here? I'm
Okay.
trying to, like, I
Yeah,
have a
go
lot of
ahead.
ideas, because I get really nerdy when I talk about this. So, let's say the Earth does end, and my plan to save everybody, you know, fails, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd be in space, floating around for who knows how many years, but I'm still human, and so if I ever get to a planet that's actually possible for me to, you know,
Survive.
you know, populate, I would be able to continue the strand of human beings in some weird way, in some weird gene.
But
I'd
how?
continue it.
They wouldn't be completely human if there
It
was
wouldn't- yeah, it
another
wouldn't be completely
there was
human,
another
making me the only
species
human alive.
that you could somehow.
But the thing is, how would you even stay sane?
How do we even go about doing
You
it?
probably, I mean, once the world ends and you're off, and you basically become spaceman. I just get all my David Bowie records and just listen to them nonstop as I float
What are
away
you,
from space.
frickin'
But-
Elon Musk?
What
You
though?
won't
That's what I would do, I'm just
that.
saying.
You'd just be your own body.
It'd just be you. Yes,
I know, it'd just
you.
be me with David Bowie. I know, it'd be pretty crazy.
I want to go back to what
Right.
Andrew said. The
But
death
isn't
being
the
a
end.
part of life.
Yeah,
What's your opinion on the afterlife?
that's a good. I was gonna try and segue into that. So thanks.
To be honest, I don't think any of us really know. I think it's just
A
what we
lot of
believe.
people say that life is literally because if you think about it, we're all made up of stardust. We're all just packs of stardust moving around.
Ziggy Stardust, man.
Because we're all creations of the Big Bang, you know.
The Big
Yeah.
Bang Theory.
The Big Bang.
Personally,
is-
It depends on
Last
how.
track starts.
I mean, of course, if you believe.
we should probably go away from the from this topic before we start getting into religion and. quite
We're not-
frankly,
no, I like
don't
this.
feel
This is
doing
actually
religion on
interesting.
this show.
We've been doing.
Also, I got a good topic that could kind of ease the nerves and get off all this
No, I was enjoying that.
negative, serious
I was
spooky
actually having fun with that freaking
stuff. I
conversation.
got an idea. We all know this is a nice lighthearted topic that we could talk about for a little bit.
We all know
We're kind of
Smash
talking about
coming out.
similar things, but we all know, all of us, I don't know about Gershon, but I think we're all Smash fans here. We've all.
I
This is
mean,
nice.
I'm pretty sure
we've gone from
everybody
a conversation that I could
has
actually
played
talk into
Smash.
one that I literally cannot talk in. Okay, guys, really
Rocco.
appreciate it.
See, here's the thing.
No,
I-
thank you,
I-
thank
much
you,
as I
thank you,
wanna-
thank you, thank you, guys.
Guys,
Thank
Yeah,
you.
if we're
everyone-
being
everyone-
honest, guys, super
Everybody
special
shut up.
announcement. Let's go. I'm pretty sure
Yes.
everyone here except for
Gershon,
Gershon, you had to play it.
Well, see, guys, if you don't mind, I don't think we should talk about Smash Bros. Because, I mean, as much as I want to talk Smash Bros. About the next guy, it's just going to be us nerding out for like 80 years.
I was
And
enjoying where
this
the
is a
space and death
podcast.
conversation was really going, like, not gonna lie.
Yeah, but
was
like
thin.
religion. is
Well,
not a
But
change.
religion, we're not gonna
It's
get
getting-
politically. We're not gonna get religion and crap involved. We're just talking about like
Well,
stuff.
if you want my personal thing on religion, let's just say the God's not real, and heaven is just
And
yeah,
there we
to
go.
make you.
Everybody that should,
And
everyone
that's
that
where the
watching this should understand that
And
these
that's
that's
are
where
where
our
the
personal
controversy
opinions.
happens, because I know that
And that's where our
do not agree
fans'
with
parents
you,
come
so-
on and they're like, "What are you watching, son or daughter?
I
We
believe
don't
in
discriminate
God.
here."
I believe in God, but I just don't believe it's the story everybody always tells.
See,
It's everyone's own take on it. You can't have a set in stone answer to the question.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
what are you gonna do?
Because
Interview
nobody
someone who
actually
died?
It's funny how we were trying to stray from a religion conversation and
Yeah.
right into a
Now
religion
here we are
conversation. I was
Yeah,
trying to
because
talk
Gerson's over
about.
here complaining about it.
No, I was complaining about the fact that we moved away from like the space freaking Death Stardust freaking conversation, and then we moved directly into a religion conversation, even though we weren't even headed into a religion conversation. You made it a religion conversation by saying God's not real. So it's
No,
not
you said,
any of our
you
faults here.
said,
Okay?
like, let's go on about the afterlife, and basically
Yeah, but
everything
that's-
about the afterlife.
That's not
is
really
religion.
full-blown religion.
Yeah, the whole point
Well-
of religion is to explain the afterlife.
The whole point of religion is to explain why we're here, not the
And
afterlife.
the
The afterlife
afterlife.
gets kind of wacky.
You
After
see,
a
there's a
while.
lot of things that have happened that nobody knows. Like, for all we know, we could have originally been from Mars, and then I saw
You
this
read
on
this on
Instagram,
Instagram,
by the
right?
way. I saw
Oh
this
my
like
God.
Instagram.
I saw
No.
that exact thing on Instagram too.
Like, where we're all originally from Mars, and Adam and Eve was a spaceship pod that was sent down to repopulate Earth. Like, I saw that.
yeah,
The
and
thing
the
is,
space pod was
I've
the,
heard
was
that-
the
I've
thing
heard
that
that
killed all the
theory.
dinosaurs.
I've heard that theory, Rocco. But
I'm
from
sorry,
Venus,
what?
From Venus, because
Okay.
Venus, scientists say used to have water to sustain
I mean,
life
yeah, I
and its
don't
own
believe
grassy
that.
continents.
I mean,
But
I
then something
personally-
happened.
Something,
And-
that one thing was.
Oh, this is the kind of stuff that I like here,
We-
because
we
just
were-
something
we were
happened. We don't know what
polluting
it
the
is,
earth
but
too
just something
much.
happened, man.
And then I'm sorry, Venus. We were polluting Venus, so we're like, we might as well make a pod. We make a pod. We launch it to Earth. Somehow make it there, and then that pod was the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs.
See, and I'm just gonna add something here, is that I feel like we live in a world so down to earth that
We're in a
nothing
society.
crazy ever really happens, something like supernatural, where we barely see any of that. And so the thought of having
Because
that
we-
for a lot of
Because
Yeah.
Human beings are
supernatural can be
curious.
explained by science.
Human
And so
beings
then-
themselves are incredibly curious, and we have to know. We have to know how everything works. or
and
else we're
our
unsatisfied.
need for how to know brings up the idea of how
And you never
Why
know
do we
that
have
could
a
actually be
conscience? Why do we
everybody's
have-
downfall,
you know, why do we have a
having to
conscience?
know how
But if
Everything.
you really think about it, we don't have consciousness. It's because our brains releases chemicals that control us.
What if someone actually could control 100% of their brain power, and that's what lucid dreaming
Ooh,
is?
here's a good topic. Some people think we do control 100% of our brain.
But we
So-
do.
All right, and here's a good discussion
Well, actually,
topic.
hold on. We don't control 100% of our brain power, because if we do that, then we'll be having a seizure. We control more than 10%, that's for sure. Maybe around like 90 to
It's
70%.
13%.
No, I've heard like scientifically, like they used to teach us this in like elementary and middle school. That we only teach
Well, they also taught us
we only
that.
use up like 15% of our brain.
They also taught us that Christopher Columbus, the world was flat. And he was the
Are
one.
you
who
okay,
discovered
Jonathan?
America.
That's what I just said.
I know, Gabe,
See,
but I was.
What I was thinking
reiterating.
is, you know when you like lucid dream and you can all of a sudden say, you know what?
I have these loose
Like you're like, say you're having like a nightmare, you're getting chased by this like guy, and you just start realize, oh, this is a dream, and you just like change it to something like really cool, like you're in like Star Wars or something like that.
Yeah,
if you
that's
really-
what a lucid dream is.
That's what it is. But I'm saying, what if someone could use 100% of their brain power, and what you could do in a lucid dream is basically real life for them?
But like, how's that possible? Like,
How is that
anything
possible?
Into reality.
That bends the freaking
Like, what if
bends
that
reality.
was actually that
reality.
Because we only use 13%
We're not,
scientific.
we're not
You have
godlike
evidence?
beings, Rocco.
Cite textual evidence.
I don't know. I saw
Do
it, like,
you have ever? We use 1%.
I'm pretty
not
sure he's using that from
1%,
like that
no,
one
but if we
movie
do
where like
use
that girl
100%
gets like
of our
100% of her brain
we
power
have
or
a
whatever, and
seizure.
she's able to do whatever she wants. Whatever that movie was called. It had Scarlett Johansson.
Okay,
in it.
whose phone just went off?
Huh?
It's
not mine.
I heard someone's phone vibrate.
But what I'm okay, tell me. I was trying to say something about humans being down to earth. The thing about humans is that we're so down to earth that we're very stubborn to the fact that something supernatural does exist. You know, and so that's why so many people question the existence
afterlife.
Yeah, the afterlife.
Or of a
How could
superior
something that
being.
fantastic ever actually exist? You know, where
Mhm.
everything's
We're all
peaceful.
scared to
But
imagine
that also
a
brings
superior
up
being,
to
something
what I said
superior to
earlier.
us.
Basically, we think of these magnificent scenarios for when we die, because
As a distraction.
yeah,
That's what.
it pretty much it's pretty much something for you to go to sleep peacefully at night.
Soundly about.
And I mean, I don't buy into that, and I still go to bed peacefully at night. Well, actually, not really, but yeah.
Oh.
But I'm trying to
People
say-
are
my
just
thought
coping
is-
mechanisms.
what I think is that if we actually, is there any scientific proof that we have a soul or something
A
like
soul.
that? An actual
There is
Personally
scientific
think is like
that-
what I
Oh.
like. I believe in like most of like God and stuff like that. That's just my personal thing.
Stray away from
But-
religion.
I know it's a little bit of religion, but it's just no. That's just one little statement. But basically, what I'm saying is, I personally I try not to think about that. Like, I try not to think about like every like thing. Like, try to like, oh, so if I die, I'm gonna like whoever. Like, for all we know, you know the movie Coco.
What movie?
The movie Coco, where it's like,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's the
picture
Spanish-
monkey.
like that. For all
That's the
we know, we
Spanish
could just
religion. Or
become a
Spanish
new
religion.
human being. Like, we don't know what happened.
No, that's their idea of the.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I don't really care about what happens. Like, whatever happens, happens. There's nothing I can do to change what happens.
Yeah.
There's nothing that anyone can do.
That's the scary thing about it, because it's just this impending thing, and we don't know if it's a danger or a
Some
good
people
thing.
thinking that when you die, there's nothing, or when you die, you get reincarnated. Or when you
See, and
die,
that's
you go
those
to a
two thoughts
magic
kind of
place.
scare me, because it basically makes everything I've done in my life right now feel useless. Because I'm just going to be reborn as somebody else.
See, Gershom, your life isn't useless because death is not the end of your life. It is a part of it.
See, but that's the thing. It's not
With reincarnation, it basically marks the end of this life. And I don't like to believe in reincarnation. Because with the belief in reincarnation... What?
Personally, I don't either.
I
Because in
mean,
reincarnation, wouldn't everybody just be the same? If every other person would just be born the same?
but see, that's the thing. You don't remember the popular idea that if you're reincarnated, you do not remember your past life.
Yeah, you don't.
But
But then,
For all we know,
you wouldn't remember this right now, Gabe. Because you don't just upright forget things. I mean, sometimes you do if you have, like, freaking a disease or something, but not everybody gets a disease.
Or
You
if
know?
you have homework that you
Sorry.
somehow magically forget.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I know, that kind of stuff you forget, but your entire life, entire 90 years?
You're literally ear raping everyone.
I'm so sorry.
Yes.
I'm gonna move my mic out. I'm so sorry, I got kind of into it there. And I'm just trying to, I don't know. I guess it just kind of like, helps you sleep better, I guess. I don't know. It
okay.
scares the hell out of me.
I'm gonna say this real fast. It touches on religion in like 1 second.
No.
Go
Basically,
ahead, Rocco.
for all we know, God could be real. He could not. I'd like to think that he is. But say what happens to the really bad people. like say like the people who actually are really bad, or he could have them be reincarnated, and the actual good people don't have or something like. I don't know. Like we
thing about it
we
is that a
nobody
lot
knows.
of times you see bad things happen to good people, and that's when you question.
Why do-
you know?
Why do good girls like bad guys?
Okay, Gabe.
And
I've had this
kicking
question
Gabe.
for a
When we
real
have things
long
like
time.
9/11 happen,
Because I've
and
been a bad boy and it's plain to see.
horrible, just terrible things happen. Like, World War II, so much death and chaos,
Yeah.
Many good people died. And you have to really question it, But then certain things happen in your own personal life that makes you think that there has to be some kind of thing, Something above everything else.
A superior being, if
yeah.
you will.
I don't
Which is
know
not
how
real.
to... Okay, Andrew, that's your...
okay, mister, I don't want to talk on religion.
Hey, look,
Yeah,
Andrew,
exactly, because then I get heated on these things.
It's that you're literally being the person that you're warning us about, right? Like, no offense, but you're literally just shoving your God doesn't exist opinion right down our throats. And a lot of people don't believe in God, but that doesn't give them the freaking right to shove it down other people's throats.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no.
TED Talk.
And
TED
viewers,
Talk.
our 5 viewers, keep that in mind. These are actually ours.
It's personal opinion.
And
Right.
that is actually
Podcast.
my joke.
I actually quite like
Fine, 10 viewers.
because TED Talks
Okay.
is actually pretty cool,
Better.
So I get it
We've
that you don't
never
believe in
actually
God, Andrew, but
TED Talk.
you can't
What
shame
if
us for
Ted
believing
is-
in something we want to believe in.
What if Ted never talked?
What if Ted is God?
What if
Or
Ted's
Ted is
mute?
just like
Well,
a final boss?
Well, if Ted is God and he's responsible for making TED Talks,
Then I don't wanna
sign
be
me
here
down, I'll
anymore.
become the most religious person ever. I love TED Talks.
I love TED Talks. Me personally, I can't get in.
Once I heard a TED Talk
You
about
guys
how
want to know
You guys-
what's experiencing the afterlife right now?
What?
Smosh, because Smosh got shut down.
Yeah, Smosh.
Wait, what happened to them getting shut down?
Their
They
parent
just
company
got
got shut
deleted.
down. Wait, the entire channel got deleted?
Yeah.
Entire thing
What?
gone.
No way.
I'm
Yeah.
going. You can...
Wait, you're being serious? What? I did not know
Yes.
that.
No, it's not. It's right here.
Oh, it's there. Last time I
Yeah.
checked,
Wow.
they deleted.
Don't
it.
worry, our 5 viewers. We try and have real facts
What do you
here.
guys think about space travel?
Oh, let's-
SpaceX.
Let's do it.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
That's what we're
actually-
talking about, right? Space
Speaking
travel
of
is a pretty cool
SpaceX, what was it? Just because Elon Musk smoked some of that sweet kush,
Smoked wed.
NASA is doing an entire safety inspection of his entire SpaceX company.
Wait, they're doing what?
An
They're
entire
moving like 9
safety
companies into
inspection.
space, I believe.
Oh, really?
And they're going back. They're going to land back on the moon after like 30 years, pretty
What the-
soon.
Fart. Give me a
And the
ring.
freaking new Mars rover also landed on.
No.
Yeah, what's it called? What's the Mars rover called?
That's why I
I
called
don't
the
know,
Mars
Mars rover.
Denim Tails.
rover. But the
What, Jonathan?
thing about there's
Oh,
also
I'm
that
talking to
freaking
Tails.
whole
Are you
like
playing-
space military thing that they're talking about.
Sonic
Real life
Mania is a
Halo
good
guys.
game to our 5 viewers. Get it?
Yeah. Get it, it's only $20.
No,
This video is not sponsored by Sonic Mania, but,
But
if you want
if
to-
Nintendo
hey,
wants to,
hey,
hashtag
Nintendo,
hit me up.
yeah,
we're always here.
I definitely do think that Nintendo will sponsor this video. But
Nintendo
So as I was
watch
saying,
5
before I
kids.
was rudely interrupted by Sonic.
But
Actually,
Nintendo is being more open
Fart.
to video creators now, because they're now
Yeah,
not
they're
not
allowing-
taking down videos.
Oh shoot, it's Big Boy. What the
Just
fuck?
because
Speaking
they
of
don't.
Nintendo,
So, Gabe,
What
you
the
remember,
heck?
I want to bring up the issue of going back to the kind of race. Did you guys hear about the Mr. Game & Watch racial issue?
Oh,
yeah.
Smash Bros is racist.
Yeah,
From
Smash
the
Bros.
Yet
original-
again, just people
Uh,
being sensitive.
The Game & Watch title called Fire, where you were a sprite of a person
People didn't find that
on top
racist.
of like a fortress, and these other men with
People
feathers
being
in their
sensitive.
head would come up and you'd have to defend your fortress against them. Now, people relate that back to American colonization, and they're saying how, oh, they're because they're black. But the Game & Watch models are all black. Not a single one a different color besides black.
Unless you change your skin.
But that's
Why
only
are
in,
people
but
being
in the
insensitive?
original Game & Watch
Americans
game.
not black, they're like tannish.
They're like a grayish.
Gray. I'd love to
Yeah.
see a gray.
In the
I'd love
original
to see
Game
a
&
gray human being.
Oh well, no. I mean in the Game & Watch handhelds.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, that's the thing about people being too sensitive.
Talking about great people, what do you think about the space military?
Oh my god. Okay.
What do you guys think it's actually like a good idea that we're gonna
No.
do this?
What?
The whole space
I
military
definitely
thing
say
going
Didn't we
on?
send out? Didn't we send out like satellites or space shuttles with our culture into like a pod and just shot it into space? I think we did that.
I think you saw that in a movie.
No. I mean, I think it might have actually happened. I know that happened in the crappy Adam Sandler Pixels movie, but I think we actually did do that.
Yeah, we sent up a gold
We sent up a
record
pod.
of music and stuff, and it's
Uh-huh.
If I've learned anything from Adam Sandler in the movies, it's that you could be the most unappealing, unattractive male and still somehow get the girl.
You know, one thing I've learned
I mean,
from Adam
who'd really want to
Sandler is
smash
that
Adam Sandler?
all you have to do is make a few good movies, and just make a few.
Uh-huh.
Then for the rest, just make trash.
And they have to be
movies.
family friendly. Has to be family friendly.
Has
You
to
guys
be
remember
friendly.
bedtime stories? You guys remember bedtime stories?
Hey, that was a
Oh,
good
that
show.
movie,
Remember-
yeah.
That was a good.
I cried at
Then
the
if I-
ending.
Then again, if I watched it now, I'd probably think it's the worst movie ever created.
No,
Hey.
if I watch that movie now, I think it's the best movie ever.
If I watched that movie now, I'd probably still cry at the
You
end.
guys remember
So
Click?
sad. Oh,
You guys remember what?
I only watched that recently, Gershom, because it had a bad innuendos in it, and my mother was like, add that in, chief.
Remember what show?
Click.
No,
It was
the
a
movie by Adam
Adam
Sandler.
Sandler.
What's the movie? I can't understand.
Yeah,
Click,
I can't
see
nobody
that?
can hear you,
Click.
Gershom.
Click.
Yes,
Click.
click.
I've never heard
Like
of that
click,
movie before.
like with an L. Click.
What do you mean?
Wait a
Someone
second,
needs
is
to
it
get
that
out.
one
Get out
Adam
of this
Sandler
podcast
movie where
and
he
go
had
watch
the remote
Adam
control,
Sandler.
and then he just like
Yes.
controls people's lives.
Yeah, and then he
Oh,
becomes
that,
fat
I never
and
saw
sad.
it. Then I've heard of it, but I still haven't seen it before.
I love how we went from space military to Adam. That's
What do you mean
great.
Adam
That's how
Sandler is
podcasts
the space
work.
military?
That's how podcasts work.
Yeah.
Wait, so how? Like, what's our time?
We're at like an, I believe
Time for you to get a
it's
watch.
11:09.
Currently, we are at right now. Our time, from what I could tell, is 57
Give me that emerald boy.
minutes and 45 seconds.
What the heck?
How long? You just cut out really hard.
I did.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay.
No way. No way.
Yeah,
Let
we're
3
basically
seconds.
57 minutes.
Please.
Jonathan, can you
now.
stop like commentating over your stuff?
How long
That's
did-
weird.
For the first few years, I'm just curious.
I don't know. Does anyone have any more topics to talk about?
Do you guys what do you
I
guys think
can't-
about
I'm
like
out
that
of
one
topics
signal
for
that we
right
got
now.
like a few years back?
Wait, what, Gershom?
That one like space signal. It was like something. Let me see. It's called the WoW signal.
Oh, that wasn't a
I-
few years back. That was like a decade too.
Yeah, that
I
was
think I know what you're
1977.
talking about.
It
But
was,
at the same time, I
the
don't.
WoW signal was a strong narrowband radio signal received on August 15th, 1977.
Is that what
And-
happened to the so-called war in Chicago?
War
No,
in
it's from space.
Chicago.
You remember? Someone
the heck?
called in on a radio station screaming how there were UFOs in the sky crash landing and shooting at him. And there was this whole epidemic where we thought we were under attack by other life forms from different planets. If you
I
search
don't
it
know
up.
what kind of drugs you've been on.
No,
I'm
no, no,
talking
they made
about
a
the
whole
WoW signal received from the Sagittarius constellation, and it
Yes, I also know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. I want to know what you guys think about aliens in general, like regarding to this.
There's
Oh,
definitely life. There's definitely life out there.
Oh, definitely.
More than just us.
Seeing as
There's
how
life on- there's
giant
life
our
on Mars.
universe is
There's
right
life
now,
on. It's just little
Yeah,
bacteria.
there's definitely life out there, but
You-
because our
you know-
universe is big, but
Go ahead.
because our universe is big, the likeliness of
Us
we actually
finding
making
it is
contact
very
with them is very slim.
unless they come to us and they're really advanced, then
Wait, here, Gershon, you mentioned like planets and Mars and whatnot. There's an exact like landform of, the 3 pyramids of Giza and the Sphinx in Egypt. There's an exact replica of that. Well, I shouldn't say exact, but there's 3 pyramids get increasing in size on that planet, as well as a tiny mountain, say replicating the Sphinx position of him lying on the sand.
Whoa.
Search it up on Mars. Search it up. The 3 pyramids on Mars. Search it up.
Or what?
There's 3 pyramids on Mars that replicate the 3 pyramids of Giza.
oh holy,
And
I'm seeing it right now.
yeah.
There's one pyramid. Okay, Gabe.
Oh, there's only one.
Yeah, there's only one pyramid.
Well, I mean, there's separate mounds as well.
Yeah, but these mountains could really just be like buildable. There's one that actually looks like an actual pyramid, but it could have just been a rock, seeing as how it's near a rock.
You guys remember the face on Mars?
Oh yeah.
The face on Mars that everyone was freaking out about, that they saw for like, what, maybe a day or so, and then they checked again and it was just gone. We still haven't found
it.
it.
Was on a Phineas and Ferb episode.
It was on a what?
A Phineas and Ferb episode.
And I believe that was actually on the moon.
No, it was based on Mars.
Oh, I mean, no, yeah, it wasn't actually a face. It was just the camera quality was really. And then in 2001, they still. I mean, it's a really weird looking structure. It's just like this square on the ground. But
No, it's an actual face.
oh yeah, there
Like,
is 3
search it.
pyramids, but I just found the picture.
Yeah, exactly. You see it?
Yeah, I see the
You
picture.
can post it in the
To quote David Bowie,
Andrew, just put this
Is
up
there
in
life
the
on Mars?
put this up on the podcast.
podcast.
okay guys, but that has a watermark on it.
That's the one I could. That's literally the only one I could find. Wait, no.
Oh.
Holy.
We're not gonna get
Jeez. Okay, I found a better one. Don't put that one up.
5 viewers.
Don't put that one up. Put this one up instead.
Hello? I'm back, gamer.
Fine.
Did you leave the Discord
Check
again?
that out.
Yeah, my phone died.
Yeah, my phone's on 40.
I just sent a better looking picture. I really
Yeah,
appreciate
I'm trying to
you guys.
save it, but I can't. Oh well, I'll just do it in post.
Yeah, let me
So
check
now-
it.
What the heck? Did someone just get destroyed?
Yep, that's it. Face on Mars and the
Guys,
pyramid structures right there.
Guys, I think we cracked the code and someone just died because the gang stalkers have just killed someone.
Wait, what?
What?
What
You
just
don't know what a
happened?
gang stalker is?
Oh, what? You keep cutting out. What stalker?
A gang stalker.
Oh, a gang stalker?
Yeah.
I do not know what that is.
Yeah, educate Gabe because he doesn't know.
Yeah.
What is it?
A gang
I don't know.
stalker. Like,
A gang stalker.
What's that?
how should I say it? It's like
I don't know. The correct way?
like basically these guys that are like always watching, you know, and like
Always
they-
what?
Watching.
and like
Okay.
and then they follow you around in red cars and stuff. And then if you do something to like make them mad, they'll kill you. And then there's like, you know,
It sounds like
Cover it up.
something that you would tell me back when I was like in elementary school, trying to scare me at a sleepover.
yeah, but people.
Is this like an
actually-
actual thing?
No, it's not an actual thing, or it could be. People think it's an actual thing. If you ask me, I don't think it's actually a real thing.
I hope there's not a red car outside your house.
Uh-oh.
I remember I had a red car. It was a Honda
There's
Accord.
this really
That was a good car.
soft rock on Mars. I'm looking through Mars pictures. There's really
Dude, Mars is but it's freaky cool.
Oh yeah.
I'm
No, don't
scared
do
the
that.
robo-
There's a guy
the
exploited
ro-
around
I'm scared the freaking rover is
800,000
gonna pick up a
printers.
shadow or something.
Wait, what, Rocco?
Urging people. Okay, someone hacked printers worldwide, urging people to subscribe to Pewdiepie.
Oh yeah.
Over 800,000 printers.
Well, see, he did that. He
Guys.
got.
I just found a picture of something.
Okay, cool.
Post in the Discord.
I don't know
So
if this is
basi-
real or not, but
okay.
it's floating.
Here, let Jonathan speak.
So he did that to explain how it took. He said it took him 5 minutes, and he said that it basically shows how easy it is to hack into printers. 800,000 printers hacked into in 5 minutes. Do you guys know how?
To subscribe to PewDiePie?
Oh yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that.
but he did that just because he wanted to show how easy. Like they could get government codes and stuff on some of those printers.
I'm sure people have. I'm sure people already have.
Oh,
But,
people are
but,
definitely.
But you know, my printer is secure, so yeah.
My printer's a Canon MG. This is something
Well, yeah,
thousand.
Don't share that information, otherwise
Otherwise, they could hack your systems.
Yeah,
What
the
the
hackers.
heck?
They're gonna hack my printer and ask subscribe to.
Yeah.
Or they're gonna print out straight up inappropriate stuff.
Inappropriate images.
Like Sans.
Oh no.
Sans but nude.
No, just Sans.
Just saying.
Yes, we're trying to stay monetized here, Gabe.
Yeah, Gabe.
Sorry, I gotta be family friendly.
Gabe, really,
No,
bro.
you gotta be Family Guy funny moments number 101.
Family Guy funny.
For 101 hours.
Do you guys think there's like any kind of alien life form in the Milky Way?
In the Milky Way?
In the Milky Way.
Maybe.
I'm sure.
That may be a little stretch though, because.
Oh, guys,
you know.
I want to say. You know, there's such thing as black holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
Wait, no way.
No, Jonathan doesn't know. Jonathan, there are black holes that move through space and
Yeah, they're
consume-
called like. Yeah, I've heard of that game. I've heard of that.
Yeah, they're called traveling holes.
Guys, I just sent a picture so you guys have a good understanding of where we are on our solar system, in our in our entire galaxy.
The Milky Way is huge. The Milky Way galaxy is ginormous.
The sun is barely a
Guys, I'm
speck.
gonna forget this if I don't say it right
No,
now.
you gotta
Wait, go ahead,
realize that
Okay, have you ever heard?
you gotta realize everything in space is orbiting
Meanwhile,
something
that's-
else in space.
Yeah. Oh, guys, have you guys heard of? Okay, Rocco, can you? Whoever's talking right now.
Okay, let me just say this fact. Have you ever heard of the thing where it's like multiple like levels of civilizations? Where there's like
Yeah.
a level 1, level 2, and like it goes up. Well, and then there's
Yeah,
like
I
a
know
thing
that.
called like the Great Void or something, which could be like this massive civilization that could just do whatever they want with like planets.
Yeah. A level 1
saw-
civilization is that we're able to harness every source of energy on our planet. Level 2 civilization is that we're able to harness all the energy from our parent star, so the sun for us. And then level 3, we're able to harness all the energy from our entire galaxy.
So,
That's like
have you guys heard of the Great Attractor?
The Great Attractor, yes.
What's that?
That's something that really spooks the heck out of me.
Yes, the Great, it's...
Okay, let me. I have the
Scary
description
to
pulled
think
up
about.
right here, Gabe. The Great Attractor is an apparent gravitational anomaly in intergalactic space at the center of the local Laniakea supercluster in which the Milky Way is located. In the so-called zone of avoidance that is very difficult to observe in visible wavelength due to the obscuring effects of our own galactic. So take that in. What it is that it's basically this gigantic mass of something that we don't know that's basically pulling everything around it closer.
Yes.
Everything
And
in our entire.
Speaking of which, our Milky Way is, the entire Milky Way galaxy is held together and is able to turn in orbit because of a black hole. It's a dormant black hole that keeps us...
That's every galaxy.
Yeah, that's every galaxy.
didn't know that.
But ours is, I know that, but ours is dormant. Black holes that are active and suck in everything. They usually have a giant beam of light coming out of them.
Okay, guys, I'd hate to be the party pooper, but we are running out of time.
Yeah.
Alright, I mean, we never even got to the Fallout 76 discussion.
Well,
that we were
none
trying
of
to
us
get to.
have played Fallout 76.
I know,
Fallout
but
76
there's
is a
a
bad
huge
game.
ordeal going. We'll save that for next time, though.
Hello, guys. This is Kimbacher 101. Coming back in. As you can probably tell, there's a bit of a cut at the end. We really didn't do the outro really well, so we decided, you know what? Just stick it on me to, you know, re-record it. So, yeah. Make sure you like the video and subscribe for more podcasts. We're gonna do one every other week, and, yeah. I hope all of you have a good time. Peace out.